Art Bell, the legendary radio host of Coast to Coast AM, was no stranger to bizarre and unexplainable phenomena. Over the years, he hosted countless guests who spoke of UFOs, government conspiracies, and paranormal activities. However, among the many strange calls he received, one particular incident stood out: the call from a man who claimed to be from the future. This chilling call has since become one of the most debated moments in the show's history, leaving listeners questioning the nature of time, reality, and the unknown forces that govern our universe. It was a late-night broadcast like any other. The airwaves hummed with the familiar static of AM radio, and Art Bell, with his signature calm yet inquisitive tone, was engaging with his audience. Then, a new caller came on the line. His voice was steady but carried a sense of urgency. "Art," the caller said, "I don't have much time. I'm calling from the year 2063. At first, Art responded with skepticism. Over the years, many had claimed supernatural experiences, only for their stories to unravel under scrutiny. But there was something different about this caller: his knowledge, his precision, and the eerie sense that he was speaking the truth. The caller made several predictions about the future, some of which were vague while others were disturbingly specific. Among them were a global catastrophe in the late 2020s that would reshape civilization, advancements in artificial intelligence leading to a form of synthetic consciousness, the collapse of certain governments and the rise of a new world order, and a discovery that would challenge everything humanity knew about physics and reality. Each prediction was met with a mix of disbelief and intrigue. Art pressed for details, asking for proof, but the caller insisted that revealing too much could alter the course of history in unpredictable ways. As the conversation continued, something strange happened. The transmission began to break up, not in the usual way of a bad connection, but as if something was actively interfering with the signal. A high-pitched whine, followed by bursts of static, filled the airwaves. "I think they found me," the caller muttered. "I have to go." And with that, the line went dead. Listeners flooded the station with calls and emails, desperate to know if what they had just heard was real. Some claimed it was a hoax, a carefully crafted prank. Others were convinced that they had just witnessed a moment of true, unfiltered contact with the unknown. Art Bell himself remained ambiguous about the event. He neither confirmed nor denied its authenticity, leaving it open for debate. But one thing was certain: the call had struck a nerve. Over the years, people revisited the recording, analyzing every word, every glitch in the transmission, trying to piece together the puzzle. Many theories arose in the wake of the call. Some of the most prominent included government experimentation. Could this have been a leaked experiment in time travel or communication across dimensions? Others speculated it was a hoax by a brilliant mind, an exceptionally intelligent prankster who knew exactly how to craft a believable narrative. Then there were those who believed the caller was genuinely trying to warn humanity about an impending event that could still be prevented. Over time, the call took on an almost mythic status among fans of Coast to Coast AM. Researchers of paranormal phenomena dissected the recording, looking for subtle clues. Linguistic analysts studied the caller's voice patterns, trying to determine whether his speech matched that of someone from our era or if it had unusual syntactical structures. Skeptics continued to insist that it was a masterfully executed hoax, while believers saw it as evidence that time travel, in some form, might actually be possible. One particular aspect of the call that intrigued researchers was the idea that revealing too much could have dire consequences. This concept aligns with the grandfather paradox, a well-known thought experiment in time travel theory. If the caller had revealed an exact date or event and people acted upon it, would history have rewritten itself in unforeseen ways? Could his warning have actually prevented something catastrophic? Or did his limited disclosure ensure that the timeline remained unchanged? Many speculated that the interference in the transmission was deliberate. Was it an unknown force preventing the caller from revealing classified information? Some even suggested that powerful organizations or interdimensional beings were monitoring such communications and actively disrupting them if they became too dangerous. It was reminiscent of other anomalies reported in the world of broadcasting: mysterious interruptions, rogue signals, and unexplained distortions that seemed to hint at something beyond human control. Years after Art Bell's retirement, discussions about the call persisted. The advent of artificial intelligence and breakthroughs in quantum mechanics gave new relevance to some of the predictions made that night. The concept of synthetic consciousness, which the caller had mentioned, no longer seemed so far-fetched. Scientists debated whether AI could ever achieve sentience, and some even warned about the dangers of an intelligence beyond human control. Could the caller have been describing a world where AI had taken a dominant role in society? The political predictions also sparked intrigue. The idea of governmental collapse and the rise of a new world order has been a common theme in conspiracy theories. But the way the caller described it suggested something more profound. Was he referring to economic shifts, technological revolutions, or something more sinister? Some of his warnings mirrored concerns raised by experts regarding digital surveillance, deep state influence, and global restructuring. Despite the passage of time, the mystery endures. No definitive proof has ever surfaced to confirm or debunk the call's authenticity. Unlike other well-known hoaxes, no one has stepped forward to claim responsibility for staging it. This has only fueled the legend, allowing it to persist as one of the most enigmatic moments in radio history. Perhaps the most haunting question of all is this: if the caller was truly from the future, why did he choose that night to reach out? Was it a desperate act, a last-ditch effort to alter fate? Or was it simply a ripple in the fabric of time? A moment where two realities briefly intersected? And if another call were to come, would we be ready to listen? As Art Bell once said, whether you believe it or not, the universe is full of mysteries waiting to be unraveled.